What is your major malfunction? How y'all doing? I'm Big Al, and welcome back to the garage. If you're new here, please take a moment to like and subscribe. And today, we are back with my 1965 Chevrolet Corvair, because it's still broken. If you've been following along on this channel, you know I've been dealing with a fuel starvation problem. I thought I had it licked in our last video, where I discovered the fuel line was kinked and the gas tank cap was creating a vacuum. Well, since then I've taken it out on a few test drives. I unfortunately didn't have that on camera. Can you ever forgive me? I started by just taking it around the neighborhood. Ran great. So again, I did what I did in previous videos. Went out on the main road, out to the church and back a couple of times, and really gave it the beans, taking it to the red line in all 4 gears. Car ran beautifully. So today I decided to up the ante, take the car to a gas station a whole half-mile from my house. We made it to the gas station. I filled her up. I made it most of the way back, and just before the 3-way stop at Holly Springs Road, the car died. Just cut out, engine stopped, tach dropped to 0, both dummy lights came on, coasted into someone's driveway, filled the carburetors back up, car started and died. Filled the carbs up again, managed to back out. Car died, now with me blocking 2 lanes on Pine Ridge Road, which is really bad, and heart is definitely pounding at this point. Got the car going again, and would only run if I kept my foot on the gas. So when I got to the 3-way stop, it's kind of busy. I am revving my engine like some obnoxious kid with in a Civic with a fart pipe on it. Tore through the stop sign, floored it almost the whole way home. And here's where we are now. The car will not start up and idle, but it will run if I continue to give it gas. This is leading me to believe the idle circuit is clogged up, but I'm not 100% sure. So seriously, Corvair, what is your major malfunction? So I think what we're going to do tonight, we're going to pull the carburetors, take them apart, break out the gum out. Let's get ready to wrench. Now, let's get this carburetor out of here. We're going to start with the driver's side. First things first, we're going to break the fuel line loose. This is a 7/16. Counterclockwise, I always do it wrong. There it goes. Let's see. Let's reposition this paper towel. Soaking my engine bay. Getting these carbs out is not entirely straightforward. Now another thing I should mention, I'm going to need my oil catch pan for this. This thing is still full of gasoline. Lord have mercy. Don't catch a break on this one. Now I'll pour the gas into a can. Yeah, I will need to get that wheel pan over here in a minute. Not much gas leaking out. When I cracked the main line, it had pressure. Stranger by the minute. Let's disconnect the choke. Some of these little annoying clips that tears your fingers to smithereens. Okay. Hold down bolts are coming out next. Those are 1/2 inchers. The air cleaner is just in the way right now. I'm not a fan of taking the carbs out. I'm just doing this one at a time. causing this linkage to come apart, which I'm not a fan of doing. I'll put this back on with a regular wrench. Just if I can get it. Oops. I'm sure you've noticed a little upgrade to our lighting. Oh, that ain't working. I'll be back. Okay, got us a 1/2-inch wrench. Finish getting this guy out and get him tore apart. Tomorrow morning, we'll have some good news. The problem with these carbs is they are miserable. There's just no room to work. Now, I know the accelerator pumps on these carbs are good, because when I was at the side of the road, I noticed I was getting good sprays out of both of them when I pumped the throttle linkage. In fact, I can demonstrate that now while it's still hooked up. I don't know if you can see it from there or not, but you get a little spray. I tell you, this car is driving me crazy. Stinking little washer don't want to come off, and I don't want to lose it. There you go. Now, just need to disconnect the throttle and the crossover shaft. Should be able to lift this thing right out. Disconnect the throttle linkage over here. And the crossover shaft is 3 Phillips head screws. Don't put your finger under them, they got those nasty little lock washers. Might as well disconnect the throttle return spring while we're at it. Whole assembly's moving around. How long are these darn screws? Okay, not long. Two. Okay. Throttle linkage and cross shaft out of the way. Now, hopefully we can just lift her right up and out. Just trying to hang on there. Nope, no you don't. Let's just rewire. Alright, she's out. Let's get her back to the workbench. Alright, first things first, I got a gas can here. I've taken some reference pictures. Take this carburetor, cut it in half, take the top off. You have some flat blade screws right around the top that I'll show you. That allows us to take the top part of the carb off. I will drain the gas up. Funnel would be handy. A funny feeling that this problem may not be related to my initial one. Feeling something got in there and gummed up the idle circuit. That's what we got to deal with. Alright. Get this carb apart. See this, so I can adjust this so you can see what I'm doing. And my incredibly messy workbench. Get the gas can back up and we're ready for it. Okay, the gasket is intact. Accelerator pump looks good. We have a bowl full of gasoline, which we are going to drain into our gas can. Wrong way. See, I outfitted my gas cans with new easy pour spouts. Screw the EPA. Do this without making a huge mess. Oh, shit. Aw, damn it. Well, that ain't good. My needle valve is now in the gas can. Crap, crap, crap. Well. Okay. I've got a solution to that problem. There is that filter from the old gas can, the other gas can. Got this mesh screen. I've got my other 5-gallon gas can. I'll just pour one from the other and get that needle valve back out. Well, the universe is clearly against me. That needle valve is gone. Hit the floor. But thankfully, I think I have a spare somewhere. I hope. Hi. Gosh, this screw is actually going to come out of the Venturi. Hallelujah. Well, the spring on these floats is not engaged. I don't think. Okay, the Venturi screws are out. And here we are, the Venturi cluster. Hard to tell. I look at things. I think it's time to just get out the gum out and start blasting. Spring is down where it should be. I think the spring just has no tension. Oh, this was full of gas. Floats were full of gas. That came out of the floats. Hello, I think we have bad floats. Well. There we go. Well, I still got to clean this thing up while I'm in here. No real reason not to. Oh, safety glasses when using carburetor cleaner. Okay, but knowing that we have bad floats... Oh, God! Thank God I was wearing safety goggles. If I hadn't, that would have been bad. That would have been a medical emergency. Ow! Yeah, go. Shit. Idiot. Can't believe I lost that needle valve. I'm an idiot. But that float is bad. Wow. Got an extra set of floats somewhere too. Let's see if they're any good. I'm going to have to shut the light off and dig through my supply of fuel system components. But yeah, let's just clean this carb out some more. Going well. Alright, it's the next day. I'm back at it with the driver's side primary. So last night I said I think the floats were bad. That conclusion may have been a hasty one because I came to it when I flipped this part over and gasoline came draining out. Well, here's the inlet where the gas goes in. Go ahead and give me a dunce cap for that one. It's cleaned out now. So I've sprayed everything down with gum out. I had to dig another needle valve out of my big box of spare parts. Seriously, when you're working on old cars, never throw anything away. You never know when it might come in handy. Yeah, I mean, us old car folks, we can be high-functioning hoarders at times. Alright, so this one is pretty well cleaned up. What was that? Alright. Everything's looking good. This could be causing a vacuum leak. Who knows? Okay, well let's put this one back to put Humpty Dumpty back together again, and then we'll do the passenger side once this one is fully back together and put back on the car. Plug here with some RTV in it. Alright, so here's the carb base. Looks nice and clean on the inside. Spring for the accelerator pump. like so. This oil catch pan would be a lot easier to work. This is going to destroy the polyurethane that's on my workbench, but oh well. Small sacrifices. Putting the Venturi back in. You know, I want to just get a pin and run it in there and see if I can't get that truly clean. Okay, so this little thing here on the Venturi is the siphon for the idle circuit. Just going to stick this safety pin in there. Doesn't want to go, and I'm not going to force it. Oh man, there is nothing I have that's small enough to fit in there. Just going to give it another blast with some gum out. Get this tube to seal perfectly over it, and that's going to be about the best I can do. Have anything thin enough to really fit in there. So let's just got the passenger side now. We'll time lapse this. Okay, we got fibers in this one. That's interesting. That's probably the problem right there. The idle circuit siphon was plugged up. Let's get the gum out. Spring is somewhat mangulated. Let's see what we got in the big bin of spare parts. I have another spring for those accelerator pumps. Well, I don't. Just have to make do with that one. Alright. Let's check in here. Alright. I do got one. Not in great shape, but I got one. Clean that up a little bit. In. Valve moving freely. That's not moving freely. There we go. This little valve, the needle valve, was a float valve, or whatever the heck it's called, wasn't moving freely either. Now it is. That does not explain why the car was running when I was giving it gas. Anything, that would make the car want to stall. Let's clean this out. I'm going to get a gum out headache. I might as well get my money's worth out of it. Good, the needle valve came out. It means it's moving freely. That's what I want to see. Perfect. Alright. Slap this bad boy back together.
A few moments later.
Alright, moment of truth time. Will she start? Will she idle? Get the carbs primed up. Let's do it twice. Well, there she goes. Come on, baby. Interesting sound, but I think that's just because I haven't put the air cleaner back on yet. Let's go check the engine bay. Definite hiss coming from here. May need to replace the carburetor base gaskets. But now we're idling again. I think my suspicions were correct. I am not going to go ahead and be arrogant enough to call the car fixed yet. Thing's got a long way to go to A, reestablish trust, and B, make it to the border of Mexico. Now to test my theory. Whoops. Wow. Okay, it slows down, but it doesn't stop, so we're good. Alright, so I just drove her over to the next cul-de-sac, ran like a top. So I think that was the problem. We sucked some junk into the fuel system, and it ended up in the idle circuit. Anyway, that is it for today. I hope you will please again, like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you on the next installment.